Hello guys, Messenger Death here, we're back to give some more Pokemon Battle Revolution. It's time for Neon Colosseum, level 50, rank 6. Today we have a member of the Elite Four. She heard about the world's greatest training tournament that is coming soon and wishes to take part. If you haven't seen the previous one, I highly recommend checking it out. It was absolutely legendary. Many trainers you didn't think would make it very far got very far, and obviously you thought would make it very far didn't make it as far as you would have thought. It was an incredible roller coaster of a ride, so I highly recommend checking out the previous one. We will have a new World's Greatest Trainer Tournament coming out once I beat this game, with trainers up to 4th gen and many prolific trainers that you not yet know about. With that said, let's get this on the way. I'd like to introduce everyone to the Elite Four member. She loves the ice types. It's not Lorelei, it's Glacier's team. First up is Three Sisters Molly. Glacier gets Ice Golem, as the opponent gets Grumpig. Glacier gets Lapras, as the opponent gets Ice Queen. And Glacier gets Starmie, as the opponent gets Espeon. This should be interesting, folks. Who do you think will win? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think Glacier has what it takes with her Ice-type Pokemon? Or will she fail?
Colosseum, Fortune Battle, Battle 1. Can the challenger
Molly is one of
once
3
more?
second sisters who leads off with Grumpig.
Both corners are full of energy, so we're sure to see a great battle. The stage is
Grumpig
set
goes for Power Gem.
The red corner makes the first attack.
It connects, it's super effective, but doesn't seem to do much damage as Regice responds with a Thunder Wave, paralyzing the Grumpig and slowing it down.
Regice restored its health. A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
Regice goes for Blizzard, but unfortunately it doesn't connect.
Fail.
As Grumpig is able to avoid the attack and goes for yet another Power Gem.
A brilliant hit.
Bad news for Glacier, she is yet to hurt the opposing Pokemon, and they seem to be hitting her for super effective damage. Glacier goes for another Blizzard, but once again misses.
Blue corner
This
still
is simply
in full
devastating
offensive
for her,
mode.
but
The red
Grumpig gets
corner
fully paralyzed.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
This time, Blizzard seems to connect. How much will it do to the Grumpig?
That's a hit this time.
There's a decent chunk, but it's not much, as Grumpig responds once again with a Power Gem.
A brilliant hit.
They're definitely not going to appreciate that.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Glacier considers her options.
The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
And makes the switch from Regice. And sends out the opponent Starmie.
Grumpig starts to
Grumpig
attack.
goes for Power Gem. It hits, it's a critical hit! Starmie will not appreciate that.
Both corners are carefully examining their opponent.
Starmie goes for a Cosmic Power.
Its stats roll.
Boosts its defense and special defense. But Grumpig has a Shadow Ball.
A smashing
It connects, but Starmie's able to eat it
massive
up.
damage. Not much has happened. Who will change things up?
Starmie goes for a recover, recuperating its HP. As Grumpig goes for yet another Shadow Ball. There's a solid chunk.
Both corners are carefully examining their opponent.
Starmie goes for recover yet again. So Glacier is hoping and banking on that paralysis. But Grumpig's able to get through with another Shadow Ball once again.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Starmie goes for a Cosmic Power again.
Its stats rose.
Boosting its special defense even higher. Grumpig responds with Shadow Ball. It hits! But Starmie's able to eat it much better now.
Is unfolding in the Colosseum. Starmie
Out comes another recover. Grumpig once again lands Shadow Ball. No paralysis happening.
Its special defense failed.
It gets a special defense drop though.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Starmie goes for another cosmic power.
Its stats rose.
Recuperating that special defense they just lost.
The red corner.
Grumpig gets fully paralyzed.
The blue corner.
Starmie goes for a double team. This is a nasty strategy Glacier's employing here, as another full paralysis happens to the Grumpig.
Outcome is still up in the air. Who will reach for victory first?
Out comes a second double team,
Its evasiveness
making it
rose.
harder for the Grumpig to connect. But the Grumpig manages to, it hits the Shadow Ball.
A smashing blow.
But Starmie's able to hold on.
Not much has happened. Who will change things up?
Starmie goes for a recovery yet again, recuperating its HP. As Shadow Ball is able to hit once again.
Its special defense fell.
It gets a special defense drop.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
As Starmie goes for another cosmic power. Recuperating the defense they just lost. Grumpig hits again though, it seems to be on point. Not missing Starmie at all.
Not much has happened. Who will
Two double
change
teams be
things
damned, they don't seem to be working. And all it takes is for one critical hit to come from the Grumpig and Starmie is in trouble.
Cannot move.
However, full paralysis will come into effect. As Starmie goes for another cosmic power.
Its stats rose.
Putting it at +3. Grumpig connects again.
A smashing blow.
How incredibly insane is usually whenever the computer does one double team, it's almost impossible to hit them.
Keeps gaining stacks. The red corner.
Another full paralysis. Starmie's getting exactly what it needs. Starmie goes for another recover. Regenerating itself back to full.
The red corner.
And Grumpig gets paralyzed again. How devastating.
Battle's outcome is still up in the air. Who will reach
Starmie
for
goes for
victory
another
first?
double team. Now it's at +3.
The red corner.
As Grumpig gets fully paralyzed again. How unfortunate.
Is tense. The blue corner
Another double
keeps
team.
gaining stacks.
Seeing as Glacier plans to take full advantage of its moves.
The battle's
Where
outcome
something is too
still
hard
up
to
in the
hit.
air. Who will reach for
Too
victory
defensive.
first?
How do you really bring it down when it can regenerate its own HP?
Evasiveness rose. The
Now
red
Starmie is
corner
at +5.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum. The blue corner
And
keeps
now
gaining
it's at
stacks.
+6, making it very unlikely for the opponent to make contact. Grumpig goes for Shadow Ball, but it
Its
misses.
attack missed. Both corners are carefully examining their opponent.
As Starmie continues to gain stats. What will Grumpig be able to do? It needs a critical hit, and it needs to be able to hit this evasive opponent. It's gonna connect. It does.
Time.
But unfortunately, it doesn't take Starmie down.
Colosseum is tense.
Another cosmic power from the Starmie. What is it at like now? +5? Potentially. As Grumpig hits again despite +6 evasiveness.
Smashing blow.
This poor Starmie is unable to avoid any attacks as another special defense drop
Not much has
happens.
happened. Who will change things up?
Cosmic power begins again. Looks like Glacier is taking no chances with this opponent. And Grumpig is unable to connect.
Its attack missed. A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
Starmie goes to recover,
Starmie restored its health.
bringing it to full HP.
The red corner
As Grumpig
cannot
is fully
move.
paralyzed.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Glacier finally goes on the offensive, hoping it'll be enough. Waterfall connects, but Starmie is not very physically strong. It doesn't do much to the Grumpig, who restores some HP with a citrus berry.
The red corner.
Another
still
full
can't
paralysis. Starmie goes for yet another waterfall. Swinging into the opponent, but Grumpig again is able to hold on. However, it gets the flinch. The power flinch strategy here will be devastating for this Grumpig as it's about to go down. Will it hold on? It does with a sliver of HP. Is it able to respond? No, it gets fully paralyzed. That is simply devastating for the opponent, as that means Starmie will be able to clean house and finally take care of Grumpig.
It couldn't take him. It's down.
What will the opponent do now? Next up is Frostlass.
The blue corner has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon. But
Frostlass is somehow faster than Starmie. It manages to connect with a Shadow Ball. It's Stab, but it doesn't do much thanks to all the defense boosts and special defense boosts it got from Cosmic Power. Waterfall connects. It doesn't do much.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of development?
Another Shadow Ball from the Frostlass. Starmie eats a hit and goes for yet another waterfall.
A rigid shot.
Unfortunately, it does not take down Frostlass, who seems to be on point, able to hit all of its targets, despite the +6 evasiveness.
It's special defense.
Starmie gets a special defense drop. It could be what the opponent needs. Starmie goes for yet another waterfall. Will it bring Frostlass down?
Nicely done.
It will not, as Frostlass is able to hold on.
Pressure. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this.
Frostlass goes for Destiny Bond. However, Starmie goes for Recover.
Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Which corner will make the attack that could
Frostlass
change
goes
the
to Destiny
situation?
Bond again. As Starmie goes for a waterfall, that will unfortunately bring it down thanks to Destiny Bond. Bringing an end to the tyrannical reign of the impossible to kill Starmie. Smart move by the opponent.
The attacker is taken down with Destiny Bond.
Next up comes Lapras. As the opponent sends out Espeon.
The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
Espeon goes for a Psychic. It hits and does a decent chop, but it's not enough to bring down the Lapras. As it goes for the Perish Song. That is simply devastating. The opponent only has 3 turns to take down the remaining 2 Pokemon that Glacier has left.
The countdown of the Perish Song has begun. The battle has reached its final stage. The blue
Glacier
corner
makes a
calls their
switch.
Pokemon back.
As out goes Regice. Out comes the Psychic from the Espeon. It hits! It does a decent chump, but it's not enough.
The count of Perish Song falls
Perish
by
Song
1.
begins to count down more. As Espeon goes for another Psychic. It connects, but Regice is able to hold on. As it goes for a Thunder Wave. With that, Espeon is in trouble, but Synchronize happens to respond back in kind. Unfortunately though, the opponent's fate is sealed, as the Perish count is now down to 1 and there are 2 Pokemon, meaning it's impossible for Espeon to claim a victory now.
Tension is peaking. Espeon starts to attack.
Espeon goes for one last Digitech Psychic, but Regice holds on, and Perish Song will claim it as Regice is unable to respond. What a devastating strategy by Glacier, And she's able to make it through the first trainer, though it was a tough, hard-fought battle.
The game is now over. The blue corner has won the game.
Glacier pulled out all the stops for that victory. Not a good showing for her first battle in the Neon Colosseum. Will she do better in the future? Time will tell. Next up is Expedition member Cassidy. Glacier gets a Bomber Snow. The opponent gets Regice. Glacier gets Lapras, as the opponent gets Frostlass. Glacier takes Breloom, as the opponent takes Porygon Z. Custody leads off Regice versus the Abomasnow. Snow Warning does kick in, however, from Abomasnow's Hailstorm ability.
The blue corner suddenly calls their
Abomasnow is recalled to its Pokeball. As out comes Breloom.
The stage is set and the curtain
Focus Blast comes through, but unfortunately it misses as Breloom is unharmed. Hail falls on the battlefield, and that's going to sadly hurt the Breloom.
It's really starting to hail in the Colosseum. I wonder how this is going to affect the
Breloom goes for a Spore. That's going to put the Regice to sleep.
It fell asleep.
Hail continues to fall on the battlefield.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
Breloom turns its focus for a Focus Punch. But unfortunately, Regice is unable to wake, and this is going to be Stab Focus Punch to its face. Kaboom! It's a critical hit, and down goes the Regice. What an insane turn of events at that defensive time was taken down in a single blow. Breloom able to continue on. Next up, out comes Frostlass.
The air in the Colosseum is tense. The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
However, there is a switch into Lapras. Frostlass goes for a Stab Blizzard, but he doesn't seem to do much damage to the defensive Lapras. Hail continues to fall, as Lapras regenerates some HP with its leftovers.
Both corners are carefully examining their opponent.
Out comes the Shadow Ball.
It hits.
As out comes Surf on the Lapras.
A fierce blow. Such amazing power.
It does a solid amount of damage to the Frostlass, but it's unable to bring it down.
Restored its health.
Lapras restores more HP.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
As out comes another Shadow Ball from the Frostlass, and it's a critical hit! But Lapras is able to hold on. It goes for a Surf. Will it bring it down?
Soaked by Surf.
It will, as Frostlass finally bites the bullet. Lapras regenerates a little bit of HP, and now it's a 3 versus 1 situation. Next is Porygon Z.
The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
As it goes for a nasty plot, that could be devastating. Frostlass goes for a Perish Song, saying the 3-turn timer on the Porygon Z, which is the last opponent's Pokemon.
The countdown of the
Perish Song begins to count down. Porygon Z needs to finish this in 3 turns, or they're gonna be in trouble. Porygon Z goes for a Psychic. It hits! But Lapras is able to hold on. It responds with an Ice Beam. It connects. Does a solid chunk, but it's not enough. Sadly, no freeze, as that would have definitely guaranteed Porygon Z's fate. Porygon Z restores HP with a Citrus Berry.
The count of Perish Song falls by 1.
The Perish Song counting down.
A chilling breeze can be felt in the Colosseum. The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Glacier calls back Lapras and sends out a Bomber Snow.
Is sent out.
Porygon Z goes for a Psychic. It hits, but a Bomber Snow is able to take the hit. Hail continues to fall on the battlefield. As the Perish Song continues to count down.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute. The blue corner.
Bomber Snow switches out. And out comes the opponent's Breloom. Well, unfortunately, that Psychic will take down Breloom here. But with that, Porygon Z's fate is sealed. Hail continues to fall, but it's time for the Perish Song count to hit 0. And Glacier makes her way using that same strategy to eliminate the opponent's final Pokemon. Glacier is able to move on to the next trainer. Sadly unable to get a perfect continue point by not having 3 Pokemon remaining. She will have to continue on thin ice. No pun intended. I will be right back because there's a lot of banging in the background. I apologize. Okay, we are back. Let's continue on with the challenge. I do apologize. Some people have no respect when you tell them that you're busy recording. Could you please keep it down? And they continue to bang, despite how respectful you are of them when they're busy doing stuff and you have to be quiet. They don't seem to reciprocate. It's really annoying. I do apologize. With that said, let's get this underway. Glacier gets Spiritomb as the opponent gets a Bomber Snow. Glacier gets Regice as the opponent gets Houndoom. Glacier gets Walrein, and the opponent gets Umbreon. This should be interesting, folks. As we move on to Battle 3. Victoria wants to have a glamorous battle. See how this goes. The Bomber Snow summons its Snow right off the rip. Spiritomb exerts its pressure.
Beautiful neon light. An exciting battle is about to begin. And now,
As a Bomb Snow goes for a Blizzard.
the red corner makes the first attack.
It connects.
Big hit already.
Doing a lot of damage to the Spiritomb. Spiritomb responds with a Hypnosis, however. And it connects, putting the Abomasnow to sleep. Hail continues to fall.
Slowly losing its health.
Spiritomb loses a lot of
The
HP.
red corner already has a Pokemon sleeping. Everyone is concentrated on the trainer's next move. The blue corner
Glacier
calls
brings
their
Spiritomb
Pokemon.
back. And switches into a Regice. Abomasnow, however, remains fast asleep, unable to move.
It's really starting to hail in the Colosseum. I wonder how this is going to affect.
Abomasnow is unable to wake up. And Regice hits the Focus Blast.
Whoa, it's
Doing a
direct
solid amount of damage to the Abomasnow, but it's not enough to quite bring it down. Hail continues to fall on the battlefield.
Colosseum is tense. The red corner
As Abomasnow stays asleep, and Regice is able to hit it with a Focus Blast.
busted by Focus Blast.
They will definitely not appreciate that,
It went down.
as Abomasnow goes down. Hail continues to fall on the battlefield.
Houndoom is
It's
set
out
up.
comes
The
Houndoom.
blue corner has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon. But the
Houndoom
battle
goes
has
for a Fire
just
Fang.
begun.
It hits! It does a solid chunk to the Regice, but it's able to hold on, but it does get the burn! And also the flinch. That is insanely bad luck for Glacier right now.
Regice restored its health.
Regice restores HP, but suffers damage from the burn.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Houndoom goes for another Fire Fang.
Nicely done.
It hits!
The blue corner
Regice is
faces
barely
a
able
great
to hold
deal of
on.
pressure.
And it goes for the Thunder Wave. That Houndoom will be crippled. And that is quite unfortunate for them. However, it's got a Lumberry, so it doesn't even matter at the end of the day. Houndoom continues to take hail damage. As Regice restores a little bit of HP, but it's going to lose it thanks to the
Suffers
burn.
from its burn. This is getting dangerous. The blue corner calls their
Glacier
Pokemon
makes a
back.
switch. As out
Is
comes
sent out.
Walrein.
Houndoom starts to
Houndoom
attack.
goes for the Fire Fang.
It hits.
It's neutral, but doesn't seem to do too much damage. Hail continues to fall. And Houndoom does not appreciate taking the damage, but it's still relatively healthy.
Restored its health.
Will Glacier be able to make a comeback? Because Pokemon seem to be in trouble. Walrein restores its HP thanks to the hail and the leftovers recovery. As Houndoom goes for a crunch this time. It's stab. It hurts. But Walrein is able to tank it. Walrein responds with a surf. Houndoom will not appreciate that. Is it enough to bring it down? Yes, it is.
Taken down by an intense blow.
Paul Heyman and the Walrus will continue to recover HP thanks to the hail and the leftovers recovery. The opponent is down to their last Pokemon, which happens to be
The end of the
Umbreon.
battle is getting closer by the minute.
Umbreon goes for a Screech, lowering its defense.
It's
What has
the
Umbreon got
Prince
planned? Walrein goes for a Super Fang. And it cuts down the Umbreon's HP in half. Hail continues to fall.
Umbreon is slowly losing its
Umbreon
health.
loses more HP thanks to the hail. Meanwhile, Walrein will basically be at full HP thanks to the recovery. Due to digesting its leftovers.
The battle has reached its final stage.
Umbreon goes for Moonlight to restore its HP. This could be quite devastating, folks. As Walrein hits a Stab Blizzard in the hail. It connects, but he doesn't seem to do much to the Umbreon. What will the opponent do now? Do they have any way of coming back from this? Or are they simply doomed?
Restored its health again. The battle has reached its final stage, and the tension is peaking.
They should consider switching, but realizes that it's pretty much pointless. Umbreon goes to the Moonlight. Restoring yet again more HP. Walrein goes for Blizzard. It hits. Will they get the freeze? No, they will not.
Umbreon is slowly losing its health.
Looks like they are locked into a stalemate here. What will they do now?
A chilling breeze can be felt in the Colosseum.
Umbreon goes for yet another Moonlight. As Walrein responds with a Super Fang. Bringing Umbreon's HP down further. His hail continues to fall. So it's to be a bit of a stalling match with neither side able to gain the edge. What will they do?
The blue corner calls their
Glacier makes a switch here. And goes into Spiritomb. Spiritomb exerts its pressure. As Umbreon goes to Moonlight yet again. Umbreon takes more hail damage. But so does Spiritomb. Umbreon restores its HP.
The battle has reached its final stage.
It goes for a Screech to lower the defense of the Spiritomb.
Its defense fell.
As Spiritomb responds with Hypnosis.
It fell asleep.
Umbreon falls asleep,
Umbreon is losing its health.
preventing it from spamming Moonlight, but will it stay asleep long enough?
The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Glacier switches out
Walrein
and brings in Walrein. Hail continues to fall on the battlefield.
Umbreon restored its
Umbreon
health.
seems to be relatively healthy regardless.
The battle has reached its final stage. Umbreon.
However, Umbreon wakes up. The strategy seems to have failed as it goes for a Screech. Walrein loses more defense and it goes for a Blizzard.
That hurt.
It connects, but Umbreon is still standing.
It was
However, it does get the freeze. This could turn the battle around in their favor.
Umbreon
Glacier really
is
needs this
slowly
Umbreon
losing
to
its
stay
health.
frozen here,
It's not
so it
gonna
can
be
finally
able to
take out this
withstand much
annoying
more.
wall of a Pokemon.
Umbreon still is frozen solid. It can't move.
Umbreon tries to thaw out, but it stays frozen. And Paul Heyman responds with a Blizzard.
Frigid shot from Blizzard.
Umbreon goes down. And Glacier's able to make it through with all three of her Pokemon getting a perfect continue point as a contingency plan for future trainers she may struggle against.
Over. It's a total victory for the blue corner.
Natalia's dreams are crushed, but Glacier moves on to the next trainer. Next is leader in training Jessica. Glacier gets Lapras as the opponent gets Glaceon. Glacier gets Regice as the opponent gets Wailord. Glacier gets Glalie, and the opponent gets a Bomber Snow. With 3 Ice-type Pokemon on her team, will she be able to make good use of them? As first up is Glaceon versus Lapras.
This is an important battle for both trainers. Neither side can afford to give up in this battle.
Glaceon goes for the hail.
It started to hail in the Colosseum.
As Lapras responds with a Toxic.
Ow! It was badly poisoned.
With that poison, every single time the round ends, Glaceon will begin to take more and more damage.
The red corner is already poisoned. That's gonna be trouble if this becomes a drawn-out battle.
Glaceon goes for the Shadow Ball. It hits, doing a solid amount of damage. But Lapras is able to hold on as it goes for a Surf.
The move
Yet it misses. Bright Powder on Glaceon, or maybe it's Snow Cloak, made all the difference there.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Another Shadow Ball. It hits.
Its special defense
And gets a special defense drop on the Lapras. That could be devastating as Lapras responds with a Surf. This time it's able to connect.
That's a hit this time.
Glaceon takes a solid chunk, but it's still standing. What will they do now?
Lapras restored its health. It's really starting to hail in the Colosseum. I wonder how this is going to affect the battle.
Glacier makes a switch. As out comes Regice. Another Shadow Ball comes through. It hits, but it doesn't seem to do much damage. Hail continues to fall as Poison eventually takes out the Glaceon.
It's down due to damage from poison.
With that, it's now a 3 versus 2 battle. How will the opponent respond?
Wailord
Next up is Wailord.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we...
It goes for Fissure, but unfortunately it's unable to connect. Thunderbolt comes out from the Regice. It hits, doing a solid jump, but it's not enough. The hail appears to have stopped though, folks.
The air in the Colosseum is tense and charged.
Wailord attempts Fissure again, but unfortunately it's unable to connect.
Pull off a move.
As another Thunderbolt comes out from the Regice.
Nicely done. The red corner
Wailord does
faces
hold
a
on,
great
however.
deal of pressure.
And restore some HP with Citrus Berry.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Waylord again attempting the fissure, but unfortunately he does not make its mark. And out comes Thunderbolt.
By Thunderbolt.
And Waylord finally goes down.
It's down and out.
It is unfortunate. Fissure can be a devastating move if it can hit, but unfortunately in this case, it was null and void.
Is sent out.
Next up is the final Pokemon of the opponent, Glacier's Abomasnow. It brings in the
It's
Hailstorm.
hailing in the Colosseum again.
Abomasnow goes for a Wood Hammer. It hits, it's a critical hit, but Regice is able to hold on. However, it will take some recoil damage. As Regice hits its Focus Blast. Abomasnow will definitely not appreciate that. Hail continues to fall as Regice recuperates a bit of HP. Abomasnow goes for another Wood Hammer.
Nicely done.
It
The
hits!
blue corner faces a
But again, Regice is able to hold on as it takes more recoil damage. And Regice hits it with a Thunder Wave. But that Abomasnow will be slower now.
Abomasnow desperately holds on.
As Glacier hits with a Blizzard, taking down the Frosty Tree. It's a critical hit for good measure, but it definitely wasn't necessary. As Abomasnow goes down, and she gets yet another perfect continue point as a contingency plan.
Game, set, and match.
So far so good for Glacier. She's shown you she has what it takes. Will she be able to keep this up and make it all the way to the end and win? Next up is Twin Sisters Madeline. Glacier gets Regice as the opponent gets Drapion. Glacier gets Lapras as the opponent gets Cypher. And Glacier gets Mamoswine as the opponent gets Politoed. Here we go with the next round. Will Madeline be able to put a stop to Glacier's reign?
This is an
Drapion versus the Regice. As Drapion seems to be carrying the Brick Break. It hits, it's super effective, but it's not enough to bring down the Regice as it responds to the Thunder Wave. Drapion is now paralyzed. Could this make a difference?
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
With 3 ice types, there's not really much choice. She has to stay in. As Regice responds with a Blizzard. It connects. Drapion did not appreciate that. It took a lot of damage as it responds to another Brick Break.
The battle is getting intense.
Bringing Regice to about half HP.
Crazy Ice restored its health.
Regice goes for another Blizzard, but unfortunately it misses. As Drapion is able to avoid the attack and it goes for yet another Brick Break.
A brilliant hit.
This poor Regice is suffering quite badly.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Regice, however, does land the next Blizzard, and that will bring Drapion down.
Rigid shot from Blizzard. It's down.
However, the damage has already been done, The bulky titan known as Regice is now in trouble. With it being such a damaged state, will Madeline's next Pokemon be able to take it down? As out comes Cypher.
The corner has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon. But the battle has just
Cypher
begun.
goes for the X-Scissor.
Nicely done.
It hits, but Regice is able to hold on
Deal of pressure.
as it responds with a Thunder Wave.
Ouch. It was
That
paralyzed.
Cypher's speed will surely be cut down.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see next? The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Glacier makes a switch and brings out Mamoswine. Cypher goes for the X-Scissor. It hits, but Mamoswine is able to hold on. Mamoswine goes for the hail, bringing this snow down. These rock chunks of ice will surely be devastating, but Cypher goes for a Swords Dance, hoping to begin to ramp things up and take down the opponent.
Scyther is losing its health.
However, that hail will hurt. As Mamoswine goes for the Blizzard, hoping to take advantage of the hail to make sure that it doesn't miss. Will Cypher hold on? It will not as Cypher goes down. Glacier taking good advantage of the Pokemon and their moves. She knows what she's doing,
It's really
but she is a
starting to
master of the ice
I
types.
wonder how this is going to affect the
Out
battle.
comes Polito, but she's going to make a switch here. And brings in her Lapras. Polito goes for a Hydro Pump. But unfortunately, Lapras has Water Absorb. What will Polito do now?
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
It goes for a Focus Blast. It hits, it's a critical hit. And almost brings down the Lapras.
Uses its move.
Lapras responds with a Perish Song. That may have just been what Polito needed, as it may save it if it can land all three.
Lapras restored its health.
Perish count ticks for both Pokemon.
The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Glacier makes a switch. As out comes Mamoswine. Focus Blast, however, will connect
Busted by Focus Blast.
as Mamoswine goes down.
By an intense blow.
The hail
Perish
stops
Song falls
as
by
Perish
one.
count drops down to 2.
Regice is
Out
sent
comes
out.
Regice.
The battle has reached its final stage.
But Politoed is able to hit the Hydro Pump, and that will bring it down.
It couldn't take it. It's down. The
Glacier is
counter
in trouble
Song
now.
falls one more.
It needs Lapras to avoid the next attack, or it's curtains. That lucky crit may have just been what the opponent needed to put Lapras in serious trouble.
Lapras desperately holds on.
However, Politoed is going to connect, and they're going to bring Glacier down,
Focus Blast.
as that will take down the Lapras.
Take it. It's
What an
down.
upsetting turn of events, but that's RNG for you in battles, folks. However, Glacier does have the ability to have perfect continues.
And match.
She has 2 of them. Maybe she'll be able to come back with a vengeance.
The challenger has lost.
Madeline celebrates, happy that she was able to stop Glacier in her tracks, but Glacier is coming back with a vengeance. Glacier gets Mamoswine as the opponent gets Politoed again. Glacier gets a Bomber Snow as the opponent gets Regice. And looks like the opponent gets Lapras while Glacier gets Paul Heyman the Walrus. This is already a very bad matchup.
Are so full of energy that there's no doubt this will be a great battle.
Well, it so goes for that. Pump it connects, and that's going to bring Mamoswine down. No, Mamoswine is able to hold on. It goes for the hail. Hail begins to fall as Politoed takes damage.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
Politoed goes for the Hydro Pump, but unfortunately it's not going to connect due to Snow Cloak. But Fissure unfortunately fails to connect. Hail continues to fall. Politoed, however, will connect with this next Hydro Pump, and that will bring Mamoswine down.
It couldn't take him. It's down.
This Politoed seems to be the bane of Glacier's existence. However, Glacier responds with a Bomber Snow.
It's a hail in the Colosseum. The blue corner trails slightly when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon, but we still can't predict the outcome of the battle.
Politoed goes for the Focus Blast, it hits!
A fierce blow. Such amazing.
Bomber Snow eats it, but just barely. It responds with a Wood Hammer. Will it be enough to take it down?
Pounded by Woodhammer.
Yes, it will, as Politoed bites the dust.
Taken down by an intense blow. Regice
Out comes Regice, however.
In terms of the number of remaining Pokemon, it's an even 50-50. Who will become the victor? The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Glacier makes a switch. As out comes Paul Heyman the Walrus.
Regice starts to
Regice
attack.
goes for a Blizzard, but it's going to be resisted.
A frigid shot from Blizzard, but this is not a favorable matchup.
As Rain begins to
Walrus
heal up.
restored its health.
Thanks to the leftovers and the hail.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Rain goes for a Super Fang. Going down Regice's HP in half. Regice goes for a Focus Blast, it hits.
Fierce blow.
It's a critical hit. What is this look that the opponent seems to be getting here? This is completely absurd. They're getting all the luck in the world with these Focus Blasts. Moraine goes for another Super Fang. Regice is now on a quarter HP, but it's able to hit Thunderbolt, and that will bring Moraine down to that range of HP. Glacier looks like she's going to lose again. The opponent seems to get the right mons that she needs at the right time, with the lucky crits whenever she needs them. Glacier manages to secure 2 in a row.
It seems that its physical condition is not so
Just to be
good.
stonewalled here.
Snow.
Glacier, knowing she doesn't stand a chance, she gives in.
Game,
And concedes defeat.
match. The blue corner lost. The challenger has lost.
Madeline celebrates. And Glacier is forced to use the last perfect continue point. Glacier snags Politoed this time, not wanting to take chances as the opponent takes a Bomb of Snow. Glacier gets Regice as the opponent gets Mamoswine. Glacier gets Lapras as the opponent gets Glaceon. Here it is, folks. Politoed versus a Bomb of Snow.
Both corners are full of energy, so we're sure to see a great battle. The blue corner suddenly calls their Pokemon.
Glacier makes the switch
Regice
and goes
is
into Regice.
And now, the
Bomb of Snow
battle
goes for the
begins.
Woodhammer.
The red corner makes the first attack. A big hit already.
Does a solid chomp, but it's not enough. Hail continues to fall.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Bomb of Snow goes for another Woodhammer.
Hit! That hurt.
And that's going to really hurt the Regice. Well, the Regice paralyzes the Bomb of Snow.
Ouch! It was paralyzed.
Hail continues to fall on the battlefield.
Restored its health.
Regice goes for the Focus Blast, but it misses. That is going to be devastating, but the Bomb of Snow ends up being fully paralyzed. This will allow Regice to get a little bit more HP.
Air in the Colosseum is tense.
As it goes for a Focus Blast, this time it's going to connect.
A fierce
Bomb
blow.
of Snow is going to take a lot of damage from that, but it's able to hold on. As that Bomb of Snow goes for another Woodhammer.
The battle is
There's
getting
a solid
intense.
jump, but Regice holds on. As the Bomb of Snow begins to take more recoil.
The battle's outcome is still up in the air. Who will reach for victory first?
Glacier goes for a Blizzard. And that will bring the Bomb of Snow down.
Blizzard. It couldn't take him. It's down.
Who's next on the battlefield?
Mamoswine
It is
sent
going
out.
to be
The
Mamoswine.
corner has the lead when comparing the number of remaining Pokemon. But
The Swine goes for a fissure.
just begun.
But unfortunately it misses. As out comes the Focus Blast, it connects. Mama Swine taking a large amount of damage, but it's not quite enough. Mama Swine again going for a fissure.
The red corner still can't pull off a move.
As Regice hits the Focus Blast, that will bring it down.
Busted by Focus Blast. It's down and out.
Hail continues to fall.
Glaceon is sent
As
out.
out comes Glaceon, last but not least.
Final stage. The substitute appears.
Glaceon goes for a substitute, an interesting choice. And unfortunately, there's going to be a miss of the Focus Blast. It responds with a Blizzard.
A frigid shot from
However,
Blizzard.
it's not very effective against the Regice. As Regice misses yet another Focus Blast, this is simply devastating. Snow Cloak ability is really bad for Glacier right now. It is really playing into her opponent's strengths. They go for a Blizzard. It hits. And again, another Focus Blast miss. Glacier's in trouble as she can't hit this Glaceon.
Battle has reached its final stage. The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
However, Glacier calls Regice back and sends out Lapras. Another Blizzard comes through, but it's not going to do very much damage to Lapras.
A chilling breeze can be felt in the Colosseum.
Out comes the Shadow Ball. It hits.
Its special defense
And it gets a special defense drop first try.
Lapras uses its move.
As Lapras goes to the Persong.
The countdown of the Perish Song has
Persong
begun.
counts down for Ice Maiden. And also for Lapras.
The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Lapras switches out. As out comes Politoed.
Glaceon!
Shadow Ball comes through.
A rigid shot.
Politoed takes it. But not too well.
The count of Perish Song falls
Persong
by
continues
one.
to count down.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
Out comes Blizzard.
A frigid
It
shot from
hits.
Blizzard, but this is
As
not
Politoed is barely able to hold on despite being resisted. Politoed goes for the Hydro Pump, but unfortunately it can't
its
connect.
attack missed.
Glacier's in trouble right now. What will she do?
The count of Perish Song falls one more.
Persong counts down to 1.
The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Glacier switches out and sends out Lapras. Out comes another Blizzard, but it's going to be resisted.
It hits.
And with that, the person count will hit 0.
The count of Paris song reached 0.
And Glacier's able to reclaim a perfect continue point. This could make the difference between her succeeding and failing, as that opponent really brought her down to her knees. They're upset, but that's just the way things go. Them's the rules. Next up is Bike Taurus Kevin for the semi-final. Glacier gets Glaceon as the opponent gets Regice. Glacier gets Spiritomb as the opponent gets Yanmega. Glaceon gets Lapras as the opponent gets Pinsir. Regice versus Glaceon is the first battle.
So we're sure to see a great battle.
As Glaceon sets up the hail.
It started to hail in the Colosseum.
Regice goes for a double team.
Its evasiveness rose.
Boosting its evasiveness. Hail continues to fall.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum. The substitute of
Glaceon sets itself up behind a substitute. Regice goes for a charge beam, but unfortunately it's unable to connect.
The air in the Colosseum is tense.
Glaceon goes for a Shadow Ball. It hits! Does a small amount of damage to the opponent's Regice. As this time it lands a charge beam.
Substitute.
It unfortunately gets a special attack boost, which is bad news for Glacier.
Regice restored its health.
Regice restores HP with leftovers.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
Out comes Shadow Ball. It hits. As Regice responds to another charge beam. Unfortunately, it breaks the substitute.
The air in the Colosseum is tense and charged. The substitute
Out comes another substitute. This charge beam is unable to connect.
fails.
The hail wears off level, that gets rid of the snow cloak.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum.
As out comes the hail once again. Regice goes for a charge beam.
The substitute.
It's a critical hit! And that blows the substitute wide open. Glacier's in big trouble here as this Regice seems to be setting up. And it's now at +3.
It's hailing in the Colosseum again. The substitute.
Out comes another substitute. As As Regice lands another charge beam. And that will break the substitute once again. Regice gets another special attack boost. Glacier is in big trouble now.
The air in the Colosseum is tense and charged.
Glacier goes to the Shadow Ball.
Oh!
It hits. But no special defense drop. This charge beam will take it out.
It went down!
How will Glacier respond now? How comes Spiritomb?
Sent out. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Regice goes for a Toxic.
Ow! It was badly poisoned.
As Spiritomb fails it, the Hypnosis.
Move failed.
That's going to be devastating. Glacier can't seem to catch a break against these last two opponents. Regice goes for a charge beam.
Hit. That hurt.
Well, Spiritomb seems to eat it relatively well. Oh, another special attack boost from Regice is getting everything it ever needs. Here comes Hypnosis.
It fell asleep. Regice.
As the hail
restored
finally
itself.
disappears.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory?
Glacier makes a switch.
Lapras
As out
is sent
comes
out.
Lapras. Regice stays asleep. But it's back to full HP. Lapras goes for the Perish Song.
The red corner still can't move.
As Regice is unable to
Countdown of
move.
the Perish Song has begun. The battle rages on. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Lapras goes for a Surf.
It hits.
It hits, but it doesn't seem to do much damage.
It woke up.
As Regice finally wakes up and goes for a Charge Beam.
The battle is getting intense.
It does a solid jump, but Lapras is able to hold on. However, another special attack boost. This is absolutely crazy, folks.
The count of Perish Song falls
Perish
by
Song
one.
continues to count down.
Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Are they playing a waiting game?
Glacier switches.
Spiritomb is sent out. It seems that its physical condition
to
is
exert its
not
pressure.
so good.
As Regice goes for the Toxic. Spiritomb unfortunately will feel the effects of
The count
poison.
of Perish Song falls one more. Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Regice goes for Protect. An interesting choice. The opponent is giving up their Regice
The
here.
red corner protects against the attack.
As unfortunately Protect will not protect you from the Perish Song. As its countdown reaches 0.
The count of Perish Song reached 0.
With that, Regice is finally down. The end to its terror is gone. However, Glacier's in really bad shape right now. Could she possibly make a comeback?
Yanmega is sent
comes
out.
your Mega.
In terms of the number of remaining Pokemon, it's an even 50-50. Who will break this balance?
Goes for an Air Slash. And Spiritomb goes down.
It went down!
Unless it looks like Glacier's extra continue is going to be going away once again. All that's left is Lapras.
Lapras is sent out.
And Mega goes for a Buzz.
Big hit!
And it's a critical hit, and down goes Lapras.
A huge amount of damage! It's down!
There goes her hard-earned extra continue point.
Game,
Glacier
set,
is really struggling
match.
with this roulette situation in the Neon
Danger
Colosseum.
was defeated. What a shame! Victory was so close!
I ain't going to be right back, folks. I ain't going to go restroom. This has been going on for quite a while with these battles. Jesus. Glacier has one last continue point. We're back. Let's continue. By Taurus Kevin. Glacier gets Regice. And another Regice. As the opponent gets Ice Queen. Glacier gets Spiritomb. As the opponent gets Ice Maiden. It's Young Mega versus Regice.
So we're sure to see a great battle. The stage is
Young
set.
Mega goes for a Toxic.
Regice became badly poisoned.
As Regice goes for the Thunder Wave.
Ouch! It was paralyzed.
Doubtless
Regice
speed boost
suffered
effect
some
of
poison. Pokemon are already suffering.
Young Mega won't be able to
One
do
after
much.
another in this
Out comes
sudden
Blizzard.
Everyone is concentrated on the trainer's next move. A frigid shot. from
And Young
Blizzard,
Mega goes
taken
down.
by an intense blow. The damage caused by poison is slowly increasing.
Next
Frostlass
out comes
is
Frostlass.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of developments can we expect to see
It
next?
goes for a Shadow Ball.
Solid.
It hits. But Regice is able to hold on as it responds to a Thunder Wave.
Ouch! It was paralyzed.
With that paralysis, that will allow Regice to go first again.
The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
However, Glacier switches out
Regice is
and
sent
into
out.
Regice.
The red corner cannot move. Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. Who's going to take the glory? The blue corner calls their Pokemon
They
back.
make another switch. This time into
is sent out.
Spiritomb.
The red corner still
Unfortunately, Frostlass gets paralyzed twice and is unable to move. Calm Mind comes free from Spiritomb.
its stats rose.
Boosted special attack and special defense. As unfortunately, Blizzard
The move
misses.
fails. The battle rages on. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Spiritomb goes for another Calm Mind.
Keeps gaining stats.
Boosting his special defense to 2. Finally, Blizzard comes through.
That's a hit this time.
However, it doesn't seem to do too much.
Neither corner has made a decisive attack yet. Their concentration is certainly being tested.
Splatoon gets a quick claw prop, but it doesn't seem to matter because it's paralyzed. It goes for a +2 dot pulse. But unfortunately, Ice Queen is able to hold on thanks to a focus sash. And it's going to miss the Blizzard.
Failed.
How devastating.
Well, both corners still have a chance to win this. What kind of
Dot pulse
development
goes
is we
off.
expect to see next? Dark Pulse hits. It couldn't take it. It's down. Glaceon is
Out
set
comes
down.
Glaceon, the
The
final
Neon Colosseum
Pokemon.
has become somewhat unsettling.
It goes for the hail.
In the Colosseum.
And Splatoon lands a Hypnosis.
It fell asleep.
Hail continues to fall. And that's going to hit Splatoon. How unfortunate.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
Splatoon goes for the Dream Eater, but unfortunately it's going to miss because of the Snow Cloak.
Spiritomb is slowly losing
The
its
Splatoon
health.
takes more damage from the hail.
The battle has reached its final stage. The red corner.
However,
still
it
can't
stays
move.
asleep, and this time it manages to hit the Dream Eater.
That's a hit this time.
It does a solid chunk, but it's not enough. But it does recuperate Splatoon's HP.
The Pokemon in the red corner is still sleeping.
Splatoon goes for a Dot Pulse this time.
Dark Pulse hits.
And that brings it down, allowing her to get another perfect continue point yet again. Glacier keeps going up and down like a flipping roller coaster
It's a total victory for the blue corner.
as she manages to battle her way through. Kevin is quite upset at this point, but that's just the way it goes. Glacier finally made it to the final. And the opponent's team looks quite scary, folks. Glacier gets Regice, as the opponent gets Ice Queen. Glacier gets a Bomber Snow, as the opponent gets Latios. Glacier snaps up Tyranitar, as the opponent gets Breloom. This should be an interesting battle, folks. The enemy has a legendary, will they be able to pull through? Regice versus Frostlass.
So we're sure to see a great battle. And now,
Frostlass goes for a Shadow Ball.
the red corner makes the first.
It hits, so does a solid chunk, but it's nowhere near enough. Thunderwave fires through, and that is going to cripple the Frostlass.
Regice restored its
Regice
health.
restores HP with some leftovers.
The situation is a bit of a stalemate. It's a mental tug of war as they anticipate each other's
And
moves.
fires off a Thunderball.
A beautiful
It
attack.
hits, and does a solid chunk, but it's not enough to bring down the Frostlass as it retaliates with another Shadow Ball.
A heated battle is unfolding in the Colosseum. The blue corner calls their Pokemon back.
Glacier makes a switch. And out comes Tyranitar.
A sandstorm is brewing. in the
Sunstorm
Colosseum.
brews on the field.
The red corner.
As Frostlass is fully paralyzed.
Frostlass is losing its health.
Tyranitar goes for a crunch.
Slammed him. A huge amount of damage. It's down.
What will Rosie do now? It's facing Tyranitar, a pseudo-legendary. She will respond with a legendary of her own, Latios.
Somewhat unsettling.
It goes for a Draco Meteor. It hits! But Tyranitar is able to weather the storm and respond back with a crunch. It's a critical hit, and down goes Latios.
Taken down by an intense blow.
This is looking bad for Rosie as they are down to their last Pokemon, but it does happen to be a fighting type in Breloom. It goes for a Seed Bomb, and that will bring Tyranitar's rain down. The Sunstorm rages, and Breloom gets buffeted by the Sunstorm. Out comes a Bomber Snow, as it brings the snow this time. Bomber Snow goes for the Ice Shard, but it seems they have a Yachi Berry to weaken its damage. It connects, doing a small chunk of damage. Breloom goes for Spore. Now he's unfortunately going to put the Bomber Snow to sleep. Hail will deal damage to the Breloom though.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
It tightens up a Focus Punch, but unfortunately the Bomber Snow is not able to wake up, and it's going to nail it and land the blow. Bomber Snow is down. Hail continues to fall. Glacier might be in trouble here with this Breloom on the field, as it most likely outspeeds her Regice.
Regice is sent out. The battle has reached its final stage.
It does as well, and it goes for the Spore! Why is this upset? Glacier once again meaning her end. She has one perfect continue point, but it's not really going to matter. She can't win this battle. Breloom takes hail damage. Regice needs a 2-turn wake up here to save her from defeat.
The end of the battle is getting closer by the minute.
Breloom goes for a Stone Edge this time. It hits. Regice is able to hold on. It wakes up. It goes for the Blizzard. Will it be enough to bring it down? Yes, it will, as Glacier finally is able to make it through the Neon Colosseum. After many struggling trials and battles and tribulations, she finally achieved victory. It's crazy what the Neon Colosseum can offer when your own Pokemon are sent against you in the roulette system, and when you may get the opponent's Pokemon that you don't plan to use. Clear Neon Colosseum, congratulations. 2,250 points to get to as a reward for clearing Neon Colosseum Fortune Battle. Well, I now continue to upgrade to me in Poketopia. And with that, we're going to call the episode here. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll highly recommend checking out the World's Greatest Trainer Tournament that was done previously, and staying tuned into the future one that'll be coming when I beat this game. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. With that said, thank you very much guys for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Peace. Hell yeah.
Yeah, they call me the Blood Boss, the Mad Boss, the Savage with the Gyarados. Yes, I will make you blast off harder than your last loss. Teach you a lesson like you were born to lap dogs. It was fast, huh? You're mad, huh? Want me to slow it down or would you prefer it faster?